Today, we didn't book any specific activities. Instead, we decided to take a leisurely stroll along Via del Corso and Via del Babuino, which were once the main streets of ancient Rome. Nowadays, it's a bustling street filled with shops, restaurants, cafes, and historic buildings, including churches. We plan to visit Rinascente in the late morning, not only to shop, but also to see an ancient aqueduct. For lunch, we went to Komodo, a spacious restaurant with a wide variety of dishes to choose from. After lunch, we continued exploring Via del Corso, doing some shopping along the way and stopping at two beautiful churches. Being sneakers-head, we couldn't miss the chance to visit to Hype Clothinga to check out some of their rare collections. We also bought some leather bags and picked up some Pompi tiramisu, which is said to be the best in Rome. This sums up our leisure activities for the day, but before that, we got to wake up early to beat the crowd. Today is our third day in Rome. We are going to wake up early to take photos and toss our coins into the Trevy fountain. The crowds are noticeably much lesser in the early morning till 9 a.m. Our B&B is very close by, so we can come in early. The Trevy fountain is designed by Italian architect Nicola Salvi and completed by Giuseppe Panini in 1762. The tradition of tossing coins into the fountain gained popularity after it was featured in the 1954 film Three Coins in the Fountain. Since then, millions of tourists have thrown coins into the fountain, making it one of the most famous and beloved landmarks in Rome. We definitely had fun going to the Trevy fountain early in the morning. It helps that we were staying nearby. We head back to our B&B for our breakfast after Trevy Fountain. Casa Modeli is a simple bed and breakfast lodging with big rooms, and some units come with 2 bathrooms and toilets. We are now going to the terrace for breakfast. The terrace consists of 2 levels. On the rooftop, there are sun loungers and sofa for you to relax and enjoy the views. Breakfast is served on the terrace itself. This is our breakfast at Casa Modeli. You can eat as much as you like. The croissant is really tasty, but its fillings can be a bit sweet though. We like the chocolate biscuit snacks too. Our host is Mariel and her service is fantastic. Every morning, we had freshly cooked scrambled eggs, or sunny upside. We also had cheese, ham, and salami. Today, we'll be exploring the vibrant streets near the Trevy Fountain and Spanish Steps. Our first stop is Rinascente, a 7-story high upscale shopping center near Trevy Fountain. Besides shopping, there are 2 other reasons that attracted us to come here. At its basement is an ancient aqueduct built in the 19 BC during Augustus' reign. This was built 2,000 years ago, and it is still working today, supplying water to the Trevy Fountain. We are now at the rooftop bar. It has a stunning panoramic view of the city. It's a great way to take a break from shopping if you're feeling tired. While looking for food around Trevy Fountain, we stumbled across Komodo Mercato, Trevy. We did not expect this. The entrance belies the size of this restaurant. We were expecting the usual Italian meals of pasta and pizza. There are many varieties of food here. Besides the usual Italian food, they have sushi, noodles, burgers, desserts, and a bar as well. Let me show you around. The restaurant is quite empty now as we are having an early lunch. When we left, it starts to get a bit busier, but there were still many seats available. This is porchetta, a traditional Italian street food. The pork is deboned and roasted for around 8 hours with fat and skin on. Italy is renowned for its leather products, and there are numerous shops around Trevy Fountain selling leather bags. We decided to pop into one of the shops to take a look at their wares. The interior of the shop was brightly lit with rows upon rows of leather bags and accessories on display. We are currently strolling along Via del Corso, the main street of ancient Rome. It is now a renowned destination for shopping, historic landmarks, and dining. The Basilica of Sant'Ambrogio is one of the grandest Baroque churches in Rome. The construction of the church took almost 80 years. started in 1612 and completed in 1684. The Fall of the Rebel Angels, painted by Giacomo Brandi in 1677 to 1679, depicts the rebel angels fall from the sky and transforming into demonic forms. Chapel of the Crucifix is created by Cavallini. The crucifix is placed over a landscape painting, which was common at that time. This is Chapel of Our Lady, Help of Christians. It is dedicated to Mary and has an icon of the Blessed Virgin Mary, which was donated by Saint Vincent Palatine in the 19th century. The third chapel on the right is dedicated to the Holy Family. Chapel of the Immaculate Conception dates from 1769. The altarpiece is a mosaic of the Immaculate Conception and 4 doctors of the church. It is a copy of a painting by Carlo Maratta in the Church of Santa Maria del Popolo. The Sant'Ambrogio e Carlo is the largest church along the famous Via del Corso. It is dedicated to 2 saints, Ambrosius and Carlo Borromeo, that have close ties with the city of Milan and the region of Lombardy. The main altarpiece at the center of the church is painted in 1685 by Carlo Maratta. Here, Saint Ambrosius is kneeling on the ground with a book in his lap. He is introduced to Christ by the Virgin Mary. We are back on the streets to continue our leisure walk. There are shops for everyone, from sneakers, fashions, to bags. Coccinelle, founded in 1978 by Giacomo Mazziri near Parma, and is known to sell affordable handbags and small leather goods. Coccinelle means ladybug in Italian. We have now walked to Chiesa San Giacomo in Augusta. It was originally a small chapel attached to a hospital dedicated to the care of the poor and sick pilgrims, which was founded in 1339. The chapel was demolished and the construction of the current church started in 1592 and was completed in 1600. The vault was painted by Silverio Caparoni and is called the Apotheosis of St. James, which means the glory of St. James. The first chapel on the right is the Chapel of the Crucifixion. The altar has a pair of black marble Corinthian columns and is flanked by 2 angel statues. The second chapel is Chapel of Our Lady of Miracles. In the early 18th century, the icon was inserted into a large marble sculpture by Pierre Le Gros the Younger. This is the Chapel of Saint Joseph, but the painting depicting the saint has been lost. It was replaced by an altarpiece that features the baptism of Christ by Domenico Crespi. This is the main altar, with 4 Corinthian columns in black and white veined marble, supporting a triangular pediment, is by Carlo Maderno. The altarpiece of the Trinity is created by Francesco Grandi in 1860. It is lit by a pair of side windows. It depicts the Father and the Holy Spirit accompanied by angels. The Son is in the tabernacle below. The third chapel on the left is dedicated to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and the altarpiece depicting the Sacred Heart appearing to Saint Margaret Mary. The second chapel on the left is dedicated to Saint James the Great, and the altarpiece is a white marble statue of the saint by Ippolito Buzzi. This is Chapel of Our Lady of the Rosary. The altarpiece used to be a work by Antiveduto Grammatica which shows the adoration of the shepherds. This has been moved to a sidewall and replaced by a copy of Our Lady of Pompeii. While walking on Via del Corso, we came across Tritone 47 outlet. It sells many branded items at discounted prices. If you are into sneakers, it is highly recommended to visit Hype Clothinga. It has a 4.9 Google ratings and is probably the best in Rome that we can find on the web. We were not disappointed, and it does have a number of highly sought after sneakers. While walking we came across Fontana del Babuino, one of the talking statues in Rome. The word Babuino means ugly and deformed, and this is used to describe the statue. Over time, the street became known as Via del Babuino. Tiramisu is a popular Italian dessert. It means, cheer me up, in Italian. Before our trip, we did a little research and found out that the tiramisu from Pompeii is highly recommended and probably the best in Rome. Pompeii was started in the 1960s by Mr. Giuliano Pompeii, serving a variety foods, but its tiramisu grew to be the most sought-after item. On our way back, we stopped by the Spanish Steps, and it was bustling with people as usual. Just a short distance away from the Spanish Steps is Piazza Mignonelli. This is the Column of Immaculate Conception with the bronze statue depicting Virgin Mary at the top of the monument. We went back to Zhongyi, a Chinese restaurant for dinner, and had gelato for dessert on the way back to our B&B. We plan to rest early tonight as we have a long and exciting day ahead of us at the Vatican tomorrow. We anticipate a lot of walking and queuing. Watch out for our next video as we share with you how we tour the Vatican Museum and Sistine Chapel without a guide. Additionally, we'll be taking the elevator to the Dome of St. Peter's Basilica. Thank you for watching.